So today we're going to do a kind of tropical, I guess, kind of look. I don't know. It has yellows and greens and blues and purples in it. So call it whatever you want. You can call it a two colorless or a rainbow minus two colors. Now that's kind of cheesy. Anyways, foundation and blush have already been applied. And if you're curious as to what blush I'm wearing, it is called Dainty. It is a mineralized blush, and it actually just came out today. The collection did. Very pretty blushes. I got 5 of them. So if you like mineralized stuff and you like blushes, you want to get them. But yeah, they're very pretty. And for future reference, because I said the collection comes out today, today is July 10th, 2008. So yeah, first, back to the look. First we'll be applying Urban Decay Primer Potion all over the eyelid and along the lower lash line. You can find Urban Decay Primer Potion at urbandecay.com, Sephora.com, Sephora stores, or if you're lucky enough to have a Macy's near you that is already selling Urban Decay products, guess what? You can find it there too. Hi, I'm just going to stare at you while I'm putting this on underneath my eyelid. Okay, I'm going to be using MAC colors for this one. NYX people, I'm so sorry. I will get to do some NYX videos for you soon. I promise. I swear. I really do promise. And I got a bunch of L'Oreal Hip colors too, so I'm going to do tutorials with those. Woo! Bet y'all are excited now. Okay, first color. Oh, no, that's not the first color. First color will be Freshwater. Right there in the middle. Oh. And I'm using Loew Cornell Maxine's Mop 3/8 of an inch to apply it. You can find these brushes at your nearest arts and crafts store. So Michael's, Hobby Lobby, Joanne Fabric, you know, craft stores, hobby stores. And I'm going to apply, okay, I'm going to take fresh water on my brush. I'm going to apply it to my eyelid, all over. But just like only half of my lid. We're not going to go all the way up to my crease or anything. We'll just say we'll go about halfway to my crease. Just like that. Next color will be Swimming. It's very pretty sparkly green right there. Same brush. And we're gonna apply it right on top or right above Freshwater. It's right up here. And then just go ahead and blend it right where the two lines meet. And when I blend, I pretty much just swipe the brush back and forth, but I only do it where the colors meet. So if you're blending, like say we have the colors going from the inner corner to the outer corner instead of from, you know, down up, only blend where the two colors meet. So like if I had, you know, red and green next to each other, I'd only blend right where they were meeting, right, instead of going completely across my eyelid. I hope that made sense. But yeah, just blend it right where they need to. If you need to, dab your brush in a little bit of the green eyeshadow just to help with the blending process. It's not a big deal. Woo! Sorry, I like to make funny noises. Let me zoom in so you guys can see this better. See? Woo! Isn't that pretty? Okay, next color is going to be Gorgeous Gold, right there. It kind of, I don't know if it reacts like this on any of you guys, but on me it kind of has this like green, iridescent green to it. But where I'm applying this is, it'll be right on top of Swimming. So it's kind of like almost kind of like a rainbow look is kind of what we're doing. And just go ahead and blend it in, blend it down with Swimming. Again, I'm using the same brush that I was earlier, the Maxine's mop. Like that. Nothing to it. Alright, for highlight, I'm going to use Shroom. I haven't put it in my palette yet, so that's why I'm holding it. I need to clear space for it. I'm going to use Shroom, and I'm applying it with Face Secrets Shadow Blender. I got this brush at Sally Beauty Supply, so if you have one near you, head over there and get the brush. It's a pretty good brush, it's not bad. But I'm applying this as my highlight right underneath my brow bone, or my eyebrow, and just blending it down into the Gorgeous Gold. And last color will be Hepcat. Hepcat! It's such a pretty color. I love this color. I'm using my MAC 219 brush. I'm just going to apply it along my lower lash line. Dab, 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 dab. Tap, tap. Just like that. It looks kind of funky, but it'll work. Trust me. I'm going to kind of add some like depth in the upper eye area. I'm going to take my 275 brush, which is kind of like an angled shadow brush, and Deep Truth eyeshadow. And I'm going to apply it right into the crease of my eye. So it might be because of right where I don't know where it is on my eye. But it's right there. If you can match it up on your eye, that's where it is. It's kind of in your crease area. If you want, instead of using Deep Truth, you could probably use Humid too. That could be an option. Or you could do both. I'm going to do both. So I did Deep Truth and now I'm doing Humid on top of it. And then just kind of blend it in with the other colors. Like so. See? It kind of gives your eye some, added depth, and it doesn't just look so empty and like nothing's there. It kind of enhances your crease. How about we say that? That'll work. It enhances your crease. I'm going to take Nocturnelle by MAC. And I'm using my 266 brush. And I'm going to just apply it to the outer corner of my lash line. I'm also going to add a bit of Deep Truth to the same area, because it'll just help blend the purple in with the blue, so it doesn't just look like you have just some random other color down there. I've seen where people can do that. They can have, you know, one color on their top lid or something, and then a completely different color on their bottom lid, and it just works great for them. But for me, I can't get it to work for me. I don't know why. So I always have to like bring some of the colors from my top lid down on my bottom just to kind of make it work a bit better. Oops. Eyeliner. I'm using black. If you want, you can be, you know, showy with this, and because it's already a showy look, so you can, you know, make it that much more showy if you want, and wear a bright color eyeliner with it or something. I myself am going to stick with black. I'm using Smolder, and I'm just going to line my upper lash line and my waterlines. When you line your eyes, if you have a problem, a hard time going, you know, straight from one side to the other, don't do that. I don't do that. Don't do that, you know. It'll probably be much easier for you to get a straighter line if you go from, you know, the outer corner in or inner corner out in bits and pieces, you know, instead of doing one full straight line in one shot. Okay, and then line your lower waterline. Mascara? Mascara. You got to butt your eyes. Like this. If you're wondering why I say that a lot, well, a lot because I've done a lot of, you know, talking videos. But in my last video, I know I said it when I was talking. It's because we used to make fun of one of my friends. She had this crush on a guy, and she really didn't know how to, you know, confront him or whatever, so we'd always tease her and be like, just go up to him and, you know, what you've got to do is you've got to butt your eyes like this. Oh wait, you've got to poke up your lips like this. See? So yeah, anytime I put on my eyelashes, anytime I put on my mascara, which is pretty much like I'm putting on my eyelashes, I always end up thinking of that, and it cracks me up. And I just got mascara on the side of my face. Oh, yeah, I did. I need a new mascara. Anybody want to buy me a new mascara? Please? I love you forever. Lips. I need some lips. I don't know what lip color to wear. We use Spice. Spice lip liner. I don't know if you've noticed, but whenever I line my lips, I don't actually make like a real line. Like, I line around, you know, my lip line, but I always tend to use, see there's one side of my pencil. I always tend to use it like that, though. The camera's not picking it up. Anyways, it's like I'll smear it on one side. I actually use the side of it rather than the point. I hate using the point. Because, like, I know, you know, you blend it, but why bother taking that extra step just to blend it when, you know, with a brush or a lipstick or something when you're You could just do it with the damn side of the pencil anyways. And plus, I hate that line look too, because it just reminds me too much of my Chola days. A look that I have like really come to hate. So, yeah. We use Spice. And then for gloss, I'm not going to wear any lipstick. I'll just wear a gloss. Bare Necessity Dazzleglass. If you missed out on the Dazzleglass, sucks to be you. Oh my god, they're gorgeous. However, I have heard that they are going to be releasing 4 of the colors, I think 4, that came out with the Dazzleglass collection. Sometime later this year. They're going to be releasing it with a collection. So, I just think they should make the Dazzleglass colors permanent, because they are just too gorgeous to not have all the time. But there. Bare Necessity Dazzleglass. And we're done. That's it. Oh. Hope you guys liked it. Kind of colorful. I've been in a blue and green mode lately, so expect probably quite a few blue and green looks. Yeah. But that's it. Hope you guys like it. If not, well, too bad. If not, hopefully you'll like the next one. And that's all. Thanks for watching.